Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be discussing on how we can eat well and lose the pounds. Okay, when most people think about losing weight, they think about starving, exercising all the time and dieting. Unfortunately, all diets out there tend to cause people to gain weight. Yes, I said it. Diet tend to cause people to gain weight. Why? Because they starve themselves to death, and persons eventually break down and eat everything in sight because they are so hungry. They also deprive themselves of foods that they love to eat. This is not a healthy way to lose weight, nor is it a way to live life. You only cause yourself stress, which actually causes you to gain weight. So in eating right, I'm going to be discussing a few steps to follow in this video. So stay tuned. Eat fruit and vegetables that have high water content. Yes, the foods like tomatoes, watermelons, kiwis, grapes, you get the idea. All of these fruits are flavorful and they are juicy, and also vegetables are good for you as well because it has water content in it. These food items contains about 90 to 95% of water, so you can eat a lot of these foods and fruits and they will fill you up, in addition to the fact that you won't be adding any extra pounds. It's important that you eat this fruit fresh instead of them being processed. Basically, processed fruits has a lot more sugar, and processed and canned foods do not have as much fiber as fresh fruits would. And if you keep on consuming processed fruit, you're adding up the sugar in your body and adding more calories to it. Vegetables are your best friend when it comes to shredding pounds. There are tons of options out there, and you may even want to try something that you haven't tried in the past. You won't know what you might like if you never give it a try. The leafy green vegetables come in various forms, and it is best to work it out with your salads. Salads are packed with nutrients as long as you don't put too much dressings and load them with too much of cheese. The leafy greens also have a lot of natural water. Vegetables also make great snacks. They can get you through the hunger pangs if you're having them. Carrots are great because they satisfy you and they are also packed with nutrients. It's important that we are intelligent about what we eat. We don't just eat to eat. Animals eat on instinct. People eat when they know their body really needs it. So it's important to not be an impulse eater. Also, watch everything you consume, from the food itself to what you top it up with. Garnishments can sabotage a healthy meal because they are typically high in fat. Get a handle on the sweet tooth. I realize that this is one of the weak areas of those that are planning to lose weight. I know they need a dopamine hit, they need a surge of energy, a surge of sugar rush. I get it. And they can't stop themselves. They keep on taking more and more of it like it's an addiction. I understand. It's important that as you're taking more of that sweet, you know that it might feel good right now, but you might feel guilty later. Again, this is not to say, oh, you're not allowed to have sweet. Of course, but it's important that we bear in mind that moderation is key. It is okay to have sweets, but just don't eat them as a meal. Always remember that these sweets end up adding up in areas that you don't want them to add to. It is important to also not to deprive yourself, because you can end up eating more than you would have expected. So I'm going to be telling you reasons why getting a handle on the sweet tooth is important for your weight loss journey. Sweet foods are very high in sugar and often calorie dense. Consuming sweets regularly can increase the overall calorie intake, making it challenging for you to maintain a calorie deficit necessary for weight loss. You need caloric deficits for weight loss to occur. And if you keep on taking a lot of sweet, caloric dense sweet, it may add up and you may have to work twice as hard to lose those pounds. Sweet foods are also not good for blood sugar control, right? Because sweet food can cause rapid spike and crash in blood sugar levels. These fluctuations may lead to increased hunger and cravings, making it difficult to stick to a healthy eating pattern and also resist the temptation of unhealthy snacks. Your brain gets used to the dopamine that it gets from taking 10 sweets a day or 15 bars of chocolate a day, and if you don't get it, you feel like you are missing something because now your brain is used to that dopamine hit. Also, sweets often lack essential nutrients like vitamins, minerals, and fiber, so relying solely on sugary foods can result in nutrient-poor diet, which negatively impacts your overall health and well-being. While sweets may provide a quick energy boost, it is often short-lived and followed by a crash. This can negatively impact your energy levels and your overall productivity, making it even harder to engage in regular physical activity, which is also essential for weight loss. Excessive sugar intake can also be linked to insulin resistance, which can impair the body's ability to regulate blood sugar levels and in turn affect your metabolism and contribute to your weight gain. Sweet foods are often associated with emotional comfort, and consuming them in response to stress, boredom, or other emotions can be a coping mechanism. And if you get used to this coping mechanism, you can see ways in which you are not going to be successful in your weight loss journey, because it is something that you take to soothe your pain and it is an escape for you. So it is going to be counterproductive to other ways you are trying to lose your weight. What are ways that you can actually get a handle on the sweet tooth? Number 1, knowing that moderation is key. Enjoy sweet treats in moderation and being mindful of portion sizes. Choosing healthier alternatives, opting for naturally sweet foods like fruits can also, be helpful in your journey. And considering the fact that fruits provide essential nutrients and fiber, that is, it will give you sustained increased energy instead of a sudden rise in energy levels followed by a crash. Reading labels, please. It's important that when we are consuming treats and foods and all these things, we read the labels. And also when we go shopping, read the labels. Be aware of the sugar content in the packed foods and choosing options with lower added sugars. Please bear that in mind. Also, addressing emotional triggers, finding alternative ways to cope with emotions and stress rather than turning to sweets for comfort. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. Another tip is set meal times and stick to them. Try to have your meals at specific times and eat them at that time. An eating pattern will help you to control what you eat and when you eat. Also, it's really better to have 5 small meals a day rather than having one huge meal or just eating once a day, because it makes your body feel as though it is starving, which packs on fat instead of using it as fuel. Also, don't wait until you're starving to eat. This only makes you overeat until you are stuffed. Eat only when you're hungry. Be sure to drink a glass of water first to determine if you're really hungry or you're just really thirsty. Many people have the tendency to eat when they see food. It doesn't mean that they're hungry. They just want to eat because they're seeing the food and the food looks nice. Don't eat anything you're offered unless you really are hungry. If you feel you must eat it out of being polite, just nibble. Don't have a meal. Also, try not to snack between meals, but if you must, have snack that is a healthy one. If you travel a lot, try to find a healthy snack and not just eat junk foods. Counting calories is a good idea for those that must have food items. If it is a packaged food item, then it will have the calories on the packaging. Make sure to pay attention to the serving sizes in terms of calories as well. Don't let them trick you. For instance, a muffin is intended to be 2 servings. So, if you eat the whole muffin, that means that you have just doubled the calorie listed on the packaging. This is where food producers can get tricky, so don't fall into their trap. Work off the calories by the end of the week. If you feel you have splurged too much this week, it's okay, it's fine. Make sure to get to the gym or take a walk with your dog or jog around or take a little longer to work off the extra calories that you've consumed. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, like and share the video. See you next time.